What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here, and this is just one of those stories that just pisses me off. This is the type of thing that is beyond the pale for even the most ridiculous of governments, even democracy feigning, full authoritarian governments. This is just beyond the pale. And the reason why, and you know what, I'm going to show you the story first. And then we got to talk about how, first of all, our government, and then specifically our military, are run by children playing with toys in their expensive crib, the whining and crying on national TV, and the unwillingness to learn anything, to pick up a book, the unwillingness to, in any way, try to figure out actually what your job is. That this entitlement that I already know because I'm who I am. God has given me this. Anyway, watch the story. You'll see. And then we'll come back and we're going to talk about the dual threat that's posed by Pete Hegseth, represented in this story. Check it out.
All right, speaking of audacious, the United States military did a very low flight over a Florida beach. Play the clip. Okay, so as you can see, these kids are screaming, sand's going everywhere, they're covering their ears. This type of sound and energy from this jet is just, there's no reason to do this other than to terrorize the American people.
There you have it. There you have it. We got the Blue Devils. Have you guys ever been to an air show before? You see how far away those jet planes fly when you're at an air show. Ooh, wow, look at the condensation. Ooh, look at that formation. Have you ever been struck by the wind from those jet planes flying by? Even ones with propellers. Have you ever been struck by the wind? No, because they don't fly that low. There's a lot of reasons why they don't fly that low, especially when they're doing ridiculous maneuvers like flying sideways and the guy's wing is less than 100 feet from the head of the people on the beach. The other reason why you don't see that is because that's just intimidating. That's just scary. Anybody who's ever flown one of those planes will tell you that. Anybody who's ever served in a place where they have that type of machinery will tell you that. It is intimidating. And then you think about it and you go, well, that's the point, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You see, Pete Hegseth responds to this by saying, the flyovers will continue until morale improves. Tee-hee, ha-ha, whose morale? Don't we have a war to be fighting? Whose morale are you improving? The people who need morale improvement are the ones over there, not the ones over here. You could care less about the ones over there. You guys, you and your orange daddy have just decide on a whim when to bomb, when not to bomb, when to close, when not to close. And meanwhile, while you guys are making decisions without any preparation, without reading any of the material, you're just show up unprepared to war. We're getting the reports of soldiers coming back that don't get the right diagnosis because you don't want to look bad. So you're wasting these resources here on top of a beach to show people what? That you mean business? That everything is going just fine? What type of authoritarian crackhead stuff is that, Petey boy? While the people you're at war with are laughing at you, while the morale is low over there, while they're bombing every single installation we have in every other country but our own. You choose to intimidate here to the innocent people on a beach. The flyovers will continue until morale improves? What does that mean? You guys know where that came from? Let's take a look at it. You see, the beatings will continue until morale improves. And it's meant to say, everybody in the military has heard this before. I thought maybe it was in a movie or something. That's why everybody knew it. But when I looked it up, it's just the same. And when they say the beatings will continue until the morale improves, it is to show that you're being ridiculous on purpose. It's to show your punishment, the beatings. And what you want at the end of it, what you want from it, can't happen. You can't beat someone and improve their morale. But in that saying, the beatings, the punishment, he uses the flyovers. So when you see here that they say crap like, Hegseth talks about the morale of the troops or the people flying the planes, improving the morale of the military, that's not the case. The flyovers will continue. That's the punishment. He's using that to punish. So who's he punishing? Or who is he thinking he's going to raise their morale by doing something stupid that doesn't yield the results you want? Which is the point of that saying. That's us. You guys have gotten too uppity. You guys are way too free. You guys are out here talking stuff. We're losing wars and not everybody's worshiping the leader. So while you're out here talking stuff, I'm going to go ahead and intimidate you, and the flyovers will continue until your morale improves. The dual threat. The first one is incompetence. As we lose wars, you fly over a place where there are no wars. And the second one is the authoritarian move, trying to make sure people get used to the fact that the military is here to hold you down, to do what they want, to disturb your day. And if you want a peaceful time, you best just agree. If you want to keep that special freedom of yours, you ants. Don't you like this? Look at the warplanes. Nobody likes that. The only people who like it are the narcissists in charge of it. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see that. They got bills. Or they were hoping to enjoy a Saturday at the beach. They're incompetent. They're using our government like a Lego set in their special crib when they deserve to be outed from it. I just wanted to make sure you realize what that was and you expect more, because that's what happens as the dictator sees that his grasp and his grip is waning, fading away. What comes next is the low flyovers and the subtle reminders all the way until election day of who has the might. Military strength is reserved, is unleashed for specific wins, for specific purposes. Is a stance. Might, on the other hand, not strength, is the bluster. Might is the forcing others to endure your bigness and loudness. Aren't thou mighty? While we have a military that lacks strength, our show of might doesn't even work until you start doing it on your own people. That's where we are. Disrespected by the world and abused by the might of our own leadership. Impeach now. Time to fight is now.
Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're gonna pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads, it's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works.